It's Friday, guys. What a week it's been. How's it going, everybody? Got some, I'm auto playing right now. Just burning off some energy and then working on the friggin' ridiculous side quest stuff, too. But I, I'm going to be grinding the featured 6-star Arena 4 Spider-Man 2099 today. Going for just milestones, build up some units, just hang out, just chill, chat for a little bit. Kick back. It's Friday. It's chill time. It's the weekend. I hope you guys are all doing most excellent here tonight. I'm Rob vonShoe. It is a pleasure having you here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope the week has found you well. There's been a lot of stuff going on here today. Oh, right. I was like, wait, Penny's got a perfect block? Nah, it's because she's got that shield up. So, I mean, to start things off, we got the Legends results for 7-2. I am absolutely delighted. Absolutely delighted. It's so cool. It's so cool. So I've got a 6-star Weapon X in hand now. And he is sitting at rank 2, which is very cool. So that's news. Like I said, I mean, we're currently right in the middle of the Spidey 2099 arena. I've got the 5-star already in hand from a nice one-off. That was pretty nifty. Oh no, it's just going good. It's just going good. Don't forget to claim your glasses also. While I think of it, don't forget them glasses. Nope. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of the objectives this month, where you got to go through and like beat everybody with like you got to beat Penny and you got to beat Spidey 99 with like 3 different times with 3 different types of classes to get some of that Spidey loot. Like, I get it. It's just so tedious. It's just so tedious. But what are you going to do? I want to say big howdy and big welcome to everybody joining in. Starting off with Tristan. How's it going, bud? Hey, man, just subbed. Really liking your content and how excited you get on every poll. Well, appreciate that. Thank you very much for the sub. Happy Friday to you, or Saturday, I suppose, depending where in the world you're at. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, yeah, thanks for the sub. It's true. I really enjoy the characters in the game. I enjoy playing the game, and for me, everyone's got their own thing. You know what they enjoy about the game. Some people are Alliance War people, Quest people. Some people are in it for incursions, and I like all those things. But for me, it's like playing the characters themselves, and most everybody's got a unique kit. So when I pull somebody new out of the crystals, it's exciting because now, hey, now I got somebody new to take out for a spin. So appreciate that. Glad to have you. Dan popping in and saying, what's good, Rob? Did you buy the What If crystals? Also, congrats on the Legend title. Thank you very much for the well wishes there. Good to see you too, Dan. Happy Friday. I did. I got them. What wound up being just in the nick of time. So I got both bundles. So I got 4 crystals to open. And I opened those. And then because the drop rates were not correct, they wound up sending out freebie compensation crystals today, a little bit earlier, that I opened 4 more of. And I pulled 8 champions total. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That may or may not find its way into a video debuting sometime in the next few days. I'm lumping that together with a couple of 6-star openings and a featured 5-star. So I'm just getting like a bunch of different crystal opening things together. That way it's not just like, here's like 8 different like 1-minute videos of crystal openings. It's like, hey, here's 1 8-minute stuff of a bunch of different things. Just a little bit of housekeeping, I think, on my part. But yes, I did. Did you? Skullforger says, hello, Rob Von Serial. Well, hello, hello back at you. And Jello, too. Oh, that'd be a good question of the day now that I think of it. That might be Sundays for the cereal stream. What is your favorite flavored Jello? I already know my answer to that. But hey there, hi there, back at you. Dan says, yo, shoe man. Howdy, howdy, Dan number two. Well, I am happy to have as many Dans as I can get here in the stream tonight. Good to see everybody. Happy Friday. Oh boy. I really do mean it. I really do hope that you guys had a most excellent week, because this week coming up here is going to be pretty nuts as well. We get the prizes for Summer of Pain on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those. We get them next week. And depending on where you fell for the cutoff, then we may have a couple of fully formed Tier 5 CCs, got a Nexus, class Nexus, or if you're at the tip top, 75 basic 6-star Sig Stones and some rank 4 material stuff. So a lot of good stuff there. Plus, then it's the finale, and that whole separate pool of stuff. Then next week it's Super Scroll for basic arena, and then whoever's going to wind up being featured, I don't know. It could be anybody. Normally I'd say it's like, oh yeah, it's probably going to be like whoever the rework champ is, but since they lumped in this month with last week, yeah, I mean, sky's the limit. Who knows? Hopefully it'll be somebody super spicy. I'm hoping it's like either Medusa or like Stark Spidey. Man, could you imagine the cutoff for either one of those? Dan says had decent luck on the first four, then on the replacements, he got a 5-star Sparky and 6-star OG Thor and Black Widow. Dang. You know, beating the RNG luck right there. Congrats, Dan. Big congrats on those shiny new 6s. And I mean the 5-star Sparky too. Judah popping in saying, howdy, Rob. What up, Judah? Good to see you. Just opened a cav and got super lucky. Got 6-star Stark Spidey. So by cav crystal, I'm guessing it's like the monthly cav, right? Because I know he's in like the Nexus, the what if Nexuses, Nexi, event cav. There you go. I've heard so many people pulling 6-star Sparky out of there. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. A lot of people in my alliance have been pulling 6-star Jabari out of the featureds, and I'm 0 for like 10 on those now. So I mean, your mileage may vary, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted to just spin one, just for kicks. Man, Gilly. So annoying. There we go. So lucky. Congrats, Dan. Big congrats. Dana popping in. Hey, Rob. Congrats on your legend run. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. I was 1/19th is what the final placement was. So still good enough for top 125. But heck yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so you convinced me. I'm just going to open up one just for kicks. It's so hard to get these shards. They hoard them. I got Spider-Ham, Venom, Venom Pool, Simbi, Iron Patriot, just because. BB popping in saying, what up, Shoe Man? Hey, if you guys want to guess who is in the crystal here just for kicks, throw that in chat. Winner gets imaginary brownie points. Buddy Lee popping in. What's up, Mr. Shoe? I'm still trying to pull a 5-star Medusa. Best of luck on that pull. Yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. That's been my luck out of those. A Venom Pool would be really nice too. I was originally trying to go for featured last round, but then it got to be like halfway through, or the morning of like the second day, and I was sitting at like 40 mil, and then the cutoff I knew was going to be probably 90, 100. I'm like, all right, so it took me like 2 days to get to 40 mil, and I've got like 3/4 of a day to get to 100, 110. Nah, that ain't happening. So, just put a pin in it and wound up getting like 130 something with 50 mil is what I stopped at. Which is good because I was like, man, I'm going to kick myself. 130, that means cutoff could have been low. It was not, however. Cutoff was like 105, 106, something like that. So, yeah, I was not. That was not going to happen. Not going to happen. But yes, it would be cool to get him or Venom because I don't have either of them as sixes. Gotta be careful of that evade. Oh, also, if and when I do get Stark Spidey, he is like an insta Ring 3 candidate, even unawakened. Because the tech class is great for a lot of things, but brawlers they do not have. Except for Ghost, but like right out of the gate brawlers. And Starkey is right up there. Buddy, I guess getting back to that, if they do wind up having that featured 5-star Medusa arena, that would be absolutely wonderful. They've been teasing this 6 for at least the last couple patches now, with no sign of the 6-star. She was in like with the Valentine's Day romance crystals, I think, as like a super rare drop. I think somebody said unofficially that only a couple people got her. Like the drop rate was that improbable. So it'd be cool to see her again. Finally got stupid red mags. Would have liked him for that mutant Darkhawk objective. That I missed. Aww. Yeah. Well, I mean, grats on the red mags. You got them. You got them now. Be ready for next time. Mr. King popping in saying, good luck, Rob. Well, much appreciated. And good to see you, too. Thank you very much for stopping by. It is a pleasure having you here. You are more than welcome to drop a shameless, gratuitous plug in chat here, bud. But Mr. King is also a fellow CCP member. Definitely check out the channel there. It's got a lot of fun content. Trist saying 6-star Venom Pool and rip. Yeah. Those extra 25 spots came in clutch. Heck yeah, they did. Because in those extra 25 spots, I mean, in addition to everybody else, Swadia wound up getting in. And then Damadeus as well. Which is very, very good to see. I mean, one could make the argument. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's like 120, 119, or whatever it is. The next 25 wound up getting in as like a freebie. But, I mean, if you look at it from Kabam's point of view, that means that 25 less than optimal runs wound up making it in as well. And if you took those out, then we would have been 100 anyway. But you know what? 125 people wound up getting legends, and there you go. Certainly not complaining about mine. AC, what up, bud? A good morning to you. AC coming in with pineapple. It's been a while. How have you been? How's everything? Saw a 6-star Ronin after Spidey, and I thought I'd be super happy with Ronin, but Spidey is even better. Heck yeah. Krishna also stopping by saying, hey Rob, good to see you, Krishna. Welcome, welcome. AC says, I've turned 18 today, so I'm officially an old man. I don't know about the old man part, but you are officially not a kid anymore. So, big congrats. I know when I turned 18, all my friends are joking, and it's like, all right, well, cool. Now you can go out and buy a pack of smokes and can buy a lotto ticket. You can now because in California they bumped that up to 21, but at the time I was like, hey, now you're an adult. Skull says, grats on the legend. Thanks, Skull. Very, very happy. So I'm debating. I have the entire run recorded, and there needs to be, especially when it gets to the Gwen Master fight, needs to have some selective editing. I'll leave it at that. But I've been debating like posting the whole thing. It's wound up being like unedited. It's like 13 hours. I think edited down is something like 8, 9, something like that. I have the first chunk up already. I did like a viewing party. But I don't know. We'll see. Dana says, did you get the compensation calves? I did. I got 4 shiny champions. I'm posting it a little bit later on as part of like a compendium video. Between that, some 6 stars, and then a couple featured 5s. Just lumping it all together. But man, those Nexus calves are coming in clutch. I don't know if there's any Portuguese, Brazilian people watching, but if you ever need content in Portuguese, I'm here. And planning 8 videos for the next few days. Wow, you're going to be busy. Good luck. You had any, can we get any teasers? Final 25 spots would have gotten them anyways if there weren't any potential illicit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And how's it going? Good to see you. Honestly, not bad. I'm coming back to the game as well on an account called Toilet Roll, so it should be fun. How are you? Quite well. Quite well. It's been a good week this week. Good last couple of weeks. It's not that I'm taking a step back from Arena, but I'm not going as crazy on Arena as I have previously. And having that extra time to either play the game or, just as importantly, not play the game. It's been quite wonderful. Get to like go outside again, learn the names of my family members again. Fun stuff. In a couple weeks, I'll be 20, 2 decades. See, that's one way to look at it. You could also say you're starting your 3rd decade of life. Or if you want to be particularly morbid, statistically, on average, globally, you're 25% of the way through your life. Believe me, I'm in my 30s. I've done that a number of times. It's fun until it's... Then you think about it and you're like, ah, not as much. AC, AC same here, but technically I'll be turning 18 times 2 this year. It's your 18th anniversary. Hey! Congrats, buddy. You gotta look at it that way. Your anniversary is turning 18. Which means it's cause to celebrate all over again. Yeah, I got 3 6-stars between the 8. That's crazy, Dana. I mean, obviously it's not unheard of. I got 3 the last round of Nexus Cavs. Got OG Vision, and then a couple others, a couple of SIGs. It's freaking nuts. Because like it's like a almost 5% drop rate for 6s. Which, I mean, still 5% isn't great, but not awful either. You got She-Hulk, Vision, Arcus, and Star-Lord. Man, definitely not gonna complain. It's almost 5 a.m. here. Well, good morning. Hopefully that means that you've woken up and you're just starting the day as opposed to just ending the day. That's going to be a long day otherwise. I'm doing well. Granted for a 5-star Spidey 99, because why not, right? Oh, 100%. If I didn't wind up pulling him out of that crystal, I would be doing the same thing right now. I most likely am not going for the 6-star later on unless his cutoff is like something reasonable. Probably not. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. I love to give the 5-star version of everybody, no matter who they are, if for nothing else, just for synergy purposes. Because until they start introducing 6-star rarity gates, then the 5-star is going to suffice everywhere in the game. And you never know with all the buffs that they keep churning out when like someone's synergy is going to wind up coming in clutch. I used to get all the arena milestones and then took a break. It's been a long break. I get that. As soon as 6-star arenas became a thing, I was like, I'm going to go gung-ho. I'm going to get 1 to 5 in both arenas. I'm going to get all the milestones. And then I was like, wait, 1 to 5 in both arenas effectively is a featured grind twice a week between the two of them combined. And then it's like, I don't know. Then they keep introducing like side objectives all over the place. It's like I don't have the time for this. So that's fine. Now I just play what I want to play and everything works out great. I'm happy that I got the dupe on that weapon flex. Heck yeah. Big congrats. Oh, what place did you get? Man, Apple. That is just a lightning connector right there. I love iPhones. iPhones are very, very solid products. But Apple accessories are absolute trash. Cyber says, hey Rob, just stopping by to say hi and do a drive-by like. Have a good night, everybody. Take care, Cyber. Good to see you. Boink. Nope. Ending the day. But on Sunday, it's beach day. Nice. Yeah, we went out a few weeks ago. Which was like the first big beach day for us for the summer. Or late summer. Oh, it was so nice. Because it was like the perfect temperature. It was warm, but it wasn't like sweltering. Had a little bit of a breeze without it being like a big gust. And just like the right amount of people too, where you didn't feel like you were claustrophobic and you weren't climbing over each other, but it wasn't empty either. It was a nice balance. It was a real nice balance. While I think of it, everybody, question of the day over here on the left. When you're setting up for a meal, whether dinner or what have you, when you set your place, do you set the fork on the left or the right? I am told that there is a right answer and there is a wrong answer. I don't know how much I believe that. I think some of that's nonsense. Do the Quake thing. My beach days will be on tour excursion. I think that's the term. We only pay the bus to go there. Okay. There you go. Very nice. Got this done. Got a couple more. Please don't KO. 63, if I'm not mistaken. Nice. I don't even have the Ouchie Masters unlocked, so planning beats damage. It was nice getting that last legend in a while. Yeah, no kidding, right? Really solid to hear, too, that you did it without the damage masteries. That takes a lot of planning. And a very high amount of skill, too. So kudos to you, my friend. It's so interesting because like Weapon X is one of those champions that I don't ever really go up against in story mode. And obviously I've never played him because he's only a 6. But I am intimately familiar with the character because when I'm grinding arena, especially when I'm refreshing my champions for the home stretch, I always get pitted up against a team that has a 6-star rank 3, like Sig 180 something, Weapon X. And then I beat him and refresh, and then he's back again. It's so annoying. Code Hanger asking, is it a salad fork? Sure. But then again, I'm such a pleb that I also am under the impression that the forks, no matter how many, all go on the same side. But then again, I'm very uncultured. I was putting my fork in my food. Well, that's a good place for it. Silly peepee, next you'll be telling me that you put your fork in your mouth afterwards. That's just silly. Zappy, zappy, zap. Still, well, I can't even say that I'm still getting the hang of her. I'm just barely learning her. Sigil Witch. She's fun. She's got great potential. Just gotta get good. Should be whichever side is your dominant hand, since that's the one you'll be using. Let's just be efficient. I am function over form. Some people would disagree, and that's fine. But for me, if something isn't functional, if it doesn't serve a purpose, then it's not really worth it. I'm not big on like just having something there to be ornamental. With some exception, but for the most part, if it doesn't serve a purpose, then I'm good. No thanks. Now I think I'll go to sleep. Just want to drop by, say congrats on the Legends title. A lot of amazing people got that title. On the darker side, I don't know much. Alright, Mr. King. Thank you very much for hanging out. Good to see you. Get some goodsies. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one, bud. Invited Homie says, I feel like if you're left-handed, fork on the left side, and vice versa. Exactly. Exactly. Make it functional. Make it comfortable. Make it functional. I think especially nowadays, there's no point in like putting yourself too far out just for the sake of what, tradition? Nah. If it ain't working for you, then fix it. Yeah, both salad and dinner go on the left. Better question was, is it a dessert fork? That goes on top. Ah, coat hanger. Getting classy with the dinner forks. See, because it's on top, then that means that you got to use it first, so you have access to, the plate and everything else underneath, which means dessert first. I can get behind that. That's my logic chain and my reasoning. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Y'all gotta be careful about talking about going to bed, going to sleep, and whatnot. It's only 8:30 here, but me, I'm the old man. AC, I don't know what you're talking about. You're a wee spring flower compared to us older folk. He's like, the sun is still up. Well, I guess it's still time to go to bed. I pose that as a joke, but it is absolutely true. I have done that on 2 occasions this week already. There was a time where it was like, I don't want to go to bed until it's after midnight. I puff out my chest and feel like I'm a big kid. I'm an adult. I do what I want. Now it's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'll sleep for however long I sleep. Beep says, thoughts on the supposed bug and Perry fix? Seems worse for me. So far I haven't noticed anything like super great or super, dang it, or super bad. I mean, as I get clipped right there by Kingpin. Like, I haven't really noticed anything. I know it's super, like, hot and cold for some people. Like, some people love it, some people don't. I haven't really been inconvenienced by the update. So, it's interesting, though, right? Because it really just winds up boiling down to, like, everybody in their own personal playstyle. But he asked you didn't want to save for a 6-star Sigil Witch? No. Well, no and yes. Yes, I'm saving up for the 6-star right now, but no, I decided to go for the 5 first. And the reason for that is that Sigil Witch benefits a good bit from being awakened, let alone, having a decent sig on her. And I knew that wasn't going to happen anytime soon for the 6-star. Plus, in that time, too, then I would have the 5-star, who I knew I would be awakening and rank 5ing right away. Then I'd have that 565 Sigil Witch in my roster, not only to use and to play, but then also just for arena fodder and stuff, too. And have her running for the first, I don't know, first month or so. Difference that it would be between getting the 5-star and the 6. Plus, to be entirely frank, too, I didn't know if I was going to like her or not. But she's fun. She's fun. Like, the Mystic class right now is so densely populated with, like, absolute banger champions. All around, both all around and super niche. That it's getting harder to find reason to bring different champs other than the champions who you know are going to get the job done and get the job done fast and well. So I don't know if I was like, am I going to wind up using her, or is she going to just be someone who's going to be arena fodder? I don't know. That's a very long, rambling answer. Taz popping in saying, hey, Rob. Hey, chat. What up, Taz? Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Pleasure having you. Well, I thought I would have lived on 1% health. But I'm not mad. I'm frankly half paying attention to those Kingpin fights. So let's switch over and have some fun with these guys, shall we? Just lay waste to these poor Doom squads. Or not. In my experience, Perry felt better, but Dex is still iffy. That's an interesting take. Yeah, I'll definitely keep my lookout. Everybody's had a different experience. Some think it's just a placebo fix. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Like, nothing is different, but they just said something was different. Oh, I was going to say, wait, didn't we already get this? We did. I got it. It's actually a really decent, as far as like these Marvel Insider offers go, it's actually a really nice, for the cheap one, for the 30,000 points. You get six champions, and a number of those are unique. Normally you just wind up getting one. This time they're giving 6, which is pretty good. I'm a big fan of trophy champs. Icy-ish says, hi, congrats on becoming a legend. Thank you muchly. It feels extra stellar. It feels extra stellar. But thank you muchly, and happy Friday. Good to have you. How are you doing? Just getting ready for this gauntlet, bro. Going for 100%. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, good luck. They haven't officially announced the prizes yet, right? Like, there were a couple of those stitched together prizes I saw that was part of the leak. Quote-unquote leak. But I don't know. I mean, those prizes are nice, but kind of capping off Summer of Pain, where it's like, here's 2 full Tier 5 CCs, here's rank 4 material, here's a Nexus selector, and a bunch of generic SIGs, and then like the rewards for the capstone. It's like, here's 15,000 5-star shards. Cool, I guess. Thanks. I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be a fun challenge. I'm very eager to see what the final prizes wind up being, because I wager that that's going to be painful. I would hope it's painful. My experience with Summer of Pain so far is that it's been a lot of fun every single week. For different reasons, and some weeks are harder than others, sure. But as a whole, it's been a lot of fun. They were asking our feedback on the CCP server, right? Kind of what we thought. And I told them straight up the same thing that I've been saying here on the stream, is that Summer of Pain, to me, has been probably my favorite piece of content that they've put out. More so than, the monthly quests, more so than like the big stuff like Abyss or Labyrinth or, whatchamacallit, Realm. just because it's a really fun fight. You don't need to burn any energy. If you mess up, you can just back out and restart without a penalty. You don't need to like beat 10 mini bosses first before you get to the one fight you want to do. And the fights themselves, you know, while punishing if you mess up, by and large, mostly, have had a lot of different counters that you can use to get around it. So much so that it's like, I'm going to beat this guy with a 3-star champion just for funsies. So I really hope that they keep something like that going in some capacity going forward. And like the loot is just absolutely insane. I've got a question for you. What is the worst drive-through experience? That's a good one. Um, um, I'm not gonna say that one. Oh, probably. It's one of the drive-throughs in college at like midnight, and we were going through the drive-through to get some food because we were. It was either a I forget if it was a party we were at or if it was an all-nighter. While going through a drive-through getting some food, and like the whole city is shut down except for this one drive-through place, at least on our end of town. We get through the drive-through and there's one person working in there, and he's just absolutely blasted out of his mind. Absolutely blasted. Like that little like drive-through window opened up and it's just like so we got most of what we ordered ish. But you know, not sure what happened to the rest of it. Oh yeah, actually, absolutely. Go get those insider points. Don't forget. Today's the 13th. I think if it hasn't already, today is the last day for last month's stuff, which is like a 2-star. I forget. I think it was a 2-star America Chavez, something like that. Check it out. It's good. It's worth it. You can claim stuff before you actually finish it. Easy points. I don't trust the leaks. The prizes look meh as well. Yeah, right? It's either that or they're like splitting up the prizes by progression. Like if those were the Cavalier prizes, I feel really bad for the Cavalier players because that still feels really meh. But if like Thronebreaker is something different, or if they're really slick, they just intentionally put out fake prizes just to throw people for a loop. Tassis, I'll be able to rank 2 to 3 champs at the end. Yeah, that's nuts, right? Yeah, rank 3 overall across the game is just going to explode here in the next week and change. As long as they keep coming up with like the rest of the materials. The tier 5 is fantastic. The tier 5 class is fantastic. Tier 2 is really good as well. It's just, you know, got to make sure you got the rest of the stuff that goes along with it. The tier 4 class, stuff like that. I actually just finished my first week of school. Congrats. First week is always the worst, just getting like yourself reacclimated to a new routine and just like steeling yourself for the coming year. I think there'll be objectives for bonus loot. Oh, that would be fun. Like if the leaks are just like the vanilla prizes, but if you want the real spicy stuff, you got to do the objectives. That could be fun. Cool. Alright, so I'm still able to do that. That helps. Yo, Rob, I got really exciting news. I opened my first 6-star and it was Claire as your first 6? Dude, you just broke the game. The rest of the game is going to be like on easy mode now for you. That's such an amazing first 6-star. That's so lucky. Good on you, bud. Good on you. I should probably pay attention. I'm going to get rinsed. I've enjoyed Summer of Pain too. I'm really happy that we're getting the gauntlet on top. Yeah, right? Like, honestly, I would have preferred to just log in one day and it's there. It's like, hey, surprise. But I'm still just as excited and just as eager to dive in and play now, though, knowing about it. Because it's nice. It's nice. Just keep the fun going just a little bit longer. I did Ghost with a 3-star Tigra for the funsies. Nice. I was thinking about it because I had seen somebody else's video on Tigra. I think it was with a 5-star Tigra. They did it with an Awakened one. Before I had the thought to use Tigra, so then I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. I should try it with like a 3 or 4-star. But probably not. My most fun fight, though, was Emma with Elsa. Hands down. Getting the solo with Emma using Elsa. That was a solid fight. And it's fun, too. I was starting to worry that I wasn't going to get to use Elsa for anything for the Summer of Pain fights, and then Emma showed up, and it's like, here we go. Get that. Boink. Shang-Chi with the boink attack. That's like Beavis and Butthead working the drive-thru back in the day. Beavis and Butthead is a show that I'm glad that they've never tried to reboot recently. Or if they have tried to reboot it, I'm glad that it never showed up on my radar. Because I can't imagine that show would be as much fun now as it was back in the 90s. Same with like Ren and Stimpy. And if they ever did like, whenever they come up with Rocko's Modern Life, or did they already? Not the sequel, but just like the new season of Rocko's Modern Life. Like, I can't imagine it would be the same level of fun as the original, just because there's so much you can't get away with on TV now that they did back then, just because it was the 90s. "10 days till gold boost." Yeah, keep hoarding, guys. Keep hoarding all those crystal shards. Keep hoarding some of those arena crystals. And we'll just go to town later on. Because that gold boost and all the gold we get off of that should, best case scenario, try and sustain our account for at least the next like 3, 4, 5 months. Buddy Lee saying, I think my favorite was able to raise my boy iHulk's stock over Summer of Pain with a clean sweep of solos. Well, he definitely wound up on my radar. Although I gotta say at the same time, buddy, I'm rather unhappy with you. For exactly that reason, because I was like, I'm feeling pretty good about my science rank ups. And then between that, waking up iBomb, and just always on the fence about ranking Beardo up too. There's like so many. Let me just bring that up here. So many different like science champs that I would want to rank up to rank 2 or rank 3. Like iHulk I would want to take up to rank 2, rank 3. iBomb I want to take up to rank 2, rank 3. Beardo 2 or 3. Mr. Negative I want to take to 3. Spider-Gwen I would be interested to see her at 2, just based off of what some people say. If I ever get She-Hulk, she'd be a rank 2, rank 3 candidate. Wasp is a rank 3 candidate. It's freaking nuts. I don't have enough resources for all those people. And then iHulk comes along and it's like, yo, you want me to like KO this guy fast? Yes. Well, there you go. Just got to rank him up. My poor gold stash. My poor ISO stash. My poor tier 4 CC stash. There are nowhere near enough tier 4 CC in game. Because like 6 stars are thirsty for them. And that's completely ignoring 5s altogether, and certainly 4s, forget that. It's interesting for Summoner Showdown this time, they're going with 5 stars instead of the 4s. Because I thought the whole idea of using the 4s last year is to make it a more even playing field for people who may not have all the 5s, or if they do, have the 5s ranked up. Taz saying, I really need to awaken my 6-star rank 3. I didn't know the benefit was so insane. Yep. And I'm only just learning. Shameless plug, if you guys are remotely curious about iHulk, what iHulk can do and how you do it, do check out Buddy Lee's channel. So many cool videos, so much good gameplay. Really gets into the weeds with the character too, and I think he'll sell you on it. For example, a 6-star Nexus can provide an extreme amount of doubt and FOMO. Yes. Yes, absolutely yes. I think, I don't remember exactly, but I wound up having to choose between Mole Man, Post Buff, and Corvus. So I mean, it was Corvus, right? But I was like, yeah, but Mole Man, at the same time, I've heard so many good things about this guy. Like, if it weren't for the, I think everybody's metal, actually. If it wasn't for the Omega Red Arena coming up in about like a month and a half's time, if I wound up getting a Nexus with Void and Omega, I don't know what I would do. Probably Void. Because Void doesn't need the Awakening as much as Omega does. But that's tough. I would choose either one of those two over Nick. I'm just not a Nick Fury fan personally, so that's an easy choice for me. But if it's like Archangel or Void or Archangel and Omega, Jesus. That would be unfortunate. And just like a regular Nexus. I think for the Summer of Pain Nexus, I'm probably going to go Cosmic. Because Cosmic has a small chance to wake up Silver Surfer or get a Venom or Venom Pool, which would be really nice. And a couple new champions too. Skill would be the second, although least exciting for me. Mutant could be the most fun because the mutant classes I think is the most absolute broken class in the game, but there's only I think like 2 or 3 mutants that would be new and only a selective few awakenings that probably wouldn't work out statistically. We got a couple of days, I'll think about it. Just wait till they release Immortal Elsa Blood Hulk. Rob will drop some serious dough on those. Ah, yeah. Just lock myself away for 3 days grinding arena. That would not be a bad thing, because I would get it, and I would be so happy. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if Elsa winds up showing up in the Blade TV show. That could be interesting. I'm always missing Tier 5 Basic. Can't get enough of this stuff. Nope. Because everybody needs it. Everybody's so thirsty for the Tier 5. That's not even considering the 5-star rank 5s. I was just about to say, I don't even remember the last rank 5 that I took up to, or the last 5 stars I took up to rank 5. But then I stopped myself because I just took up Kamala Khan. But that was only because I had too much Tier 4 Cosmic CC. And I needed to burn it because everything else was critically low, and then the Cosmic was critically high. It's like, alright. I'll rank her up, which came in handy for the Karina's challenge, but yeah, bottlenecks everywhere. 4 stars? What are those? Is this 2016 or something? Yeah, right. It's hilarious to me that people still say and still think that this is like a 5-star. 5-star game, 5-star economy right now. Not even close. Hasn't been for a while. Will says, hey Rob, I have the exact opposite issue. I've got all mediocre to bad 6 stars. I ranked Miles for Thronebreaker way before the buff announcement. Oh, but that's good. That's good. I mean, because you're sitting really good now. Because I'm hoping and I'm assuming that the Miles buff is going to be nuts, especially with as much hype as it's been. But yeah, that's part of it though too, I guess. That's really, I mean, the big critical issue with Thronebreaker overall is that it really does kind of force people to either just like sit on their hands for a while or rank up somebody who isn't super optimal just to get the rewards to give you more chances to get the champions who would be worth ranking up, you know? Doink. I just want Diablo, so I'm going Mystic. Yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll overshoot. Get a Tiger or somebody. Or they'll sneak magic in there just to mess with us. Coat Hanger asking what happened with the Venompool grind. So it was Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning, and I was sitting at about 40 million points. And I was like, all right, well, I've spent the last 2 days getting to 40 million points, and I've got like 3/4 of a day left to get to 110, which is what I would have been shooting for. And there's just no way. There's just no way between work, just family time and sleep. Like, even just factoring in like 2 hours of sleep, right? Not only would I not be able to get anywhere near that with, that's a wasted special. Get anywhere near that with natural playing, but that would have been a copious amount of refreshing too. And I like Venompool. I want to play him. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but it would not have been worth that much stress on me. So it's like, all right, I'm good. Save my energy for the Penny Parker and whatchamacallit, the Omega Arena coming up. Cosmic's really risky. So many duds there. Probably go for Mutant because there are a lot of great champs. Yeah, you were absolutely right. A lot of duds in the Cosmic class. For me, I think it's coming from a very fortunate, privileged position where I've got a lot of champions already. So Cosmic, even though they're duds, a lot of the duds are champs that I don't have, which would still be a win for me. It's like, hey, I've got a Groot Awakening. It's not exciting. It's not fun. It'll come in handy someday. But it's a first-time awakening for me, so it's still something, I guess. In Rob's voice, what will the question of the day be today? Oh, I know. Do forks go on the left side of the placement or the right? This should cause a riot. Well, you know, I like stirring the pot. I don't even know where I came up with that. I was just like, I need to come up with a question of the day. And I was like, I'm hungry. And then I was like, brilliant. Next progression title is Wallet Breaker. That's funny. First 7-star champion is Unit Man. He's just one big unit. All right, be more. Take care, bud. Saying heading off to bed. Peace, Rob and chat. Take care, be more. You enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll catch you next time, bud. BB is excited for the Miles rework. I have a feeling Gamora buff will be really good for some reason. I hope so. Honestly, even if her kit is exactly the same, but they just wind up boosting her synergies and giving her better Guardians synergies, that would still be a big win for me. Because, like, she's already gotten a buff once before, just like Diablo. But Gamora, even though she isn't, like, super shiny and exciting, is still very functional. So I'm hoping it's more than just like a numbers tune-up. But we'll see. What do you think the lowest Thronebreaker profile is like? Like the amount of 6 stars? I don't know, maybe like a less than 10, probably. Because if you're going off of the idea that somebody could have just ranked up a 6-star just because they had the right class, as opposed to like who it actually would be that they rank up, then yeah, it's very plausible to assume that somebody with only like a small handful of 6s. My most wanted champs are Space Ghost, Surfer, Odin, and Medusa. Mine too, but are you talking 6s, Taz, or 5s? Because if you're talking 6s, then Medusa and Odin are not in the crystal yet. Which is a shame, right? Because it would be nice if some of those future champs made it to that Nexus. Because then I would go skill, trying to go for Jabari Panther. Freaking Jabari. Jabari does not want to join the team. She's playing keep away. Have I ever played Fallen Order? Yes. I played it vanilla first time through, and then I played it again. New Game Plus. It is a very fun game. I did not expect to like the game. I did not expect to get immersed into the story, and I did not expect to um, want to like go back and just like play through sections just to go exploring again. None of those things. To be fair, EA did not have a great precedent at that point. Like they were just barely starting to rework Battlefront 2 and everything else was either a dud, a cash grab or a bomb. And then Fallen Order came out and it's like this is actually pretty cool cuz I had a high bar, man. Like my bar for a single player Star Wars game is um Jedi Outcast, which the first time I played was the GameCube port. I never wound up playing on PC. But just the amount of things you could do, I love being able to switch between blasters and lightsabers and the Force, right? And then it's a lot of fun, you know. If someone launches a rocket at you, you could force push it back at them. You could force choke somebody and then throw your saber at them. Ah, it was good fun. And then Fallen Order came out, and you could do most of that already. You could force push enemies off of cliffs, which I did all the time if I didn't want to fight one of the not the Inquisitors, but the whatchamacallit. Oh, this dude with the purple electro pikes. But anytime they spawned in, if there's a cliff nearby, and I got rinsed the first time I tried it, I was like, alright, how can I manipulate the AI in such a way to position myself in a way where I can just force push him over the edge? Just make life a little bit easier. Yoink. That wasn't even as... Go away, Nick. See what that does. Bingo. Still hunting Venom and Torch, 5 or 6 star. Gotta have them. I wish you the best of luck with that hunt there, Will. I really do wish you the best of luck. Because once you get them, then that's going to open up so many doors. Good luck. What was your favorite planet? Mine was Dathomir. Probably. Yeah, probably. Because I felt Dathomir at least had the most ambiance to it. I appreciated fighting the zombie Night Sisters. I think the enemy selection was the most interesting, the most challenging. And certainly, you know, the boss fight there was a lot of fun too. I gotta say that probably is my biggest gripe about about Fallen Order, is that there are only 4 planets. I mean 5, I guess, if you can count the Imperial base at the end, but because like the main hub world was interesting, but it was kind of limited in terms of where areas you could go. Yeah, I'd go Dathomir as well. Dathomir again because of the ambiance, the different fights, different enemy types, and then the boss fight there too. Loved how it wasn't microtransactions. Yeah, it was there if you wanted it, but you could unlock most everything just by playing the game. You weren't forced into co-op either, which is nice. You didn't have to be online in case your internet connection isn't the best. I appreciate that. And you can just like tune in and play 10 minutes or an hour or more than an hour. 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever. Really hoping the sequel they put Cal and Marin together. Yes. Um. Yes. So I'm gonna blank on names because it's been a little while since I played. Um, Marin is the Night Sister, right? They started having a fun chemistry together, and then I think especially so long as it isn't like a escort mission, I would be very disappointed if it's like an escort mission. But it'd be really fun if you could toggle between the two characters, where she would have her magic, and then you would have the force, right? And they wound up like, you know, complementing each other very nicely in gameplay situations. It could work great for a second player as well. Cal's master, I forget her name. Well, I guess it wasn't technically his. She wasn't technically his master. His um partner, I guess, advisor, whatever she was. She was interesting, but by the end, I was. She kind of expended her bit of story, so I'm not super interested in her anymore. Or the pilot, because the pilot was they tried to give like the pilot a backstory, but honestly, either the way it was written or acted or just presented, I just didn't care. And he kind of just like felt shoehorned in as like the grungy but lovable alien Muppet looking character. It would be fun if Cal wound up joining up or running into some of the um into some of the whatchamacallit, into some of the clones. Not necessarily like the Bad Batch or Cody, or not Cody, Rex. But throw a couple of extra Clone War things in there too. Especially since they've just been going ham between Bad Batch and Mandalorian and fleshing out the world a lot more too. Or like he runs into Ahsoka, since she's like striking out trying to figure it out too. That could be fun. Hated Organo, that stupid frog thing. Ah, fun times. Fun times. I would like to see them use more weapons, though, in the sequel. Lightsaber's great, but I miss having, like, a pistol or a blaster or a repeater or some, like, crazy, like, missile launcher or something like you could in Jedi Outcast. It's like, yeah, I mean, I could go in with the Force and my lightsaber, or I could go in a blasting. Trilla could have been a lot more interesting. I understand from Vader's perspective, like okay, so spoilers for like what, a 2 3 year old game. But like I understand like Vader doesn't accept failure, so it's her time to go. But in doing so, it kind of built up Vader, right? But they never really did anything with Vader aside from just like he's this friggin' unstoppable monster, which is good, which is good. So I don't know if they with Trilla if they either could have just kept diving into either a redemption arc or lay into like how she was corrupted, not corrupted, but the I don't know, a bit more of her backstory, I suppose, between when she was captured as a Padawan and then turned. But it would be really fun if his master wound up turning to the, like, full on going to the dark side and be a fallen Jedi as well. Because she wouldn't be Sith, right? Obviously, she'd just be a fallen Jedi or a dark Jedi. If she became an Inquisitor, I think that would be boring. I think it'd be more interesting as her own like rogue agent. Or they could just wind up doing something completely random, like what they did with Bounty Hunter, right? And fleshing out Django's backstory, which I don't know, maybe because I was a kid when it came out and I was just like eating up every sort of like EU thing I could find about the movies, and then this new Django Fett character. But like his whole campaign, um, hunting down Kamari Vosa was a lot of fun. And then Vosa as Dooku's Padawan, kind of like branched off and was starting to like do her own thing. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Cal could wind up crossing the Pikes. So in addition to like keeping a low profile, now he's on the Pikes radar. That could be interesting. Heck, maybe Cal could even go visit Alderaan. Have one more modern piece of content with Alderaan before it's just pebbles. All right, buddy. Take care, bud. You have a most excellent night. Trilla's story ended too fast. They could have revealed her to be Trilla in the second or third one. Guy could have been like Mace Windu and in touch with both the light and the dark. I think so. So we'll see. They've announced that they're going to wind up doing a sequel, right? But they haven't said anything more than just like it's happening, as far as I'm aware. So hopefully it's like a 2022 release. That'd be nice. It was a fun game. It's also one of those things too, is like based on the way that I want to customize my character, anytime I see Cal in either just media or toys or promotional pics or whatnot, I'm like, hey, that's Cal, but that's not my Cal. Fall 2022, they think, but delays are expected, so maybe spring of 2023. Man, that's so far away. We've got that other single player. What was it, the Respawn one? Out before then, I think, right? Allegedly. Hope so. Nobody expects the Inquisition. I don't mind. I don't mind one. It happens. Maybe they didn't like me spoiling the end of Fallen Order. You know what? As soon as I got the double saber, I was like, I want to use the double saber. But then I was like, yeah, but if you use a single saber, then I can do more damage. So I wound up having a yellow bladed single saber for most of the time. Like double if I wanted to look cool, but single if I really wanted to get the job done. And then I just never liked the not the trench coat, the trench coat and the hood. Because to me, it always just looked like a big old garbage bag. Doesn't matter what skin I put on it, what color I changed it to, it still just looked clunky. Although I appreciated that you could change from a single to a double very quickly, very easily. It's like, all right, this ain't working for me. This Inquisitor isn't having it. Let's slow it down a bit. Oh. I think I would have liked Kashyyyk a little bit more if there wasn't as much teleporting. Because it felt like you needed to teleport from one end of the map to the other end of the map from here to there just to cover great distance for sake of like believability for the story. It's like that's fine, but it's like it feels like a bunch of more little small sections as opposed to like one big interconnected thing. You know what would be really fun is if they wound up building in a system like Infamous where you can choose if you want to stay in light or run a light campaign or dark campaign. That would be fun. What really annoyed me about Fallen Order is that there's a chest on that prison asteroid, but you cannot go back there after. Yeah. So if you miss it, you're hosed. I don't know, the way that I play those games where there's a lot of loot. I mean, there's always going to be stuff that I miss, but I always try to at least take a second to just explore. Especially with the way that game plays and the way that it's broken up too. It's like we need to get back to Dathomir lickety split because the plot needs to happen. And you're like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm going to go to Kashyyyk and I'm just going to like hang out for a little bit and go find, some objectives. And then you hop back on the ship and you start talking with people and then like the dialogue is all over the place. Someone who is like mad at you a second ago as like, oh yeah, hey, cool, yeah, we're going to Kashyyyk. Let's go find the thing. Like it never happened. A little bit of narrative dissonance. Prefer double sabers, especially if they come with an Ahsoka. That's next year, I think, right? The show. So long as we get Rosario Dawson, who wants to be there and is putting in the effort, it's going to be a great show. If it's the Rosario Dawson that showed up for the end of like the Netflix Marvel shows where it's like, I just am here for the paycheck, then it is going to be awful. I'm not worried, but there are very two distinct Rosario Dawsons out there. Really hated Zepho because I spent 2 hours trying to get back to the ship. It's like a maze, and the minimap does not help at all. Really? You thought so? For me, I think in Zepho, either if it was me just like dying from fall damage or trying to figure out how to get the different collectibles in that fan room right in the middle of the map early on and just dying to the fan or falling out of bounds. Nerd dive dissonance. Yeah. I think one of my favorite sections of the in the game was going through the two crashed Star Destroyers. Because then not only are you getting some like, you know, Clone Wars nostalgia and snippets here, but the boss fights are, or not the boss fights, the encounters are interesting. But I've always been a fan of like all the additional story you get through data logs, whether it's in like Metroid games or Zelda games, Metroid mostly. It's like, man, am I just squishy or is Miles just rinsing me here? Miles is just rinsing me. No, I wasn't. It was. I don't think it was Kashyyyk. It was not Braca. The first planet you go to. Not Zepho. Um, totally drawn a blank. But if they could just do more stuff like that, that'd be cool. Or if there are a couple more NPCs with some story logs, that would be cool too. Or to just come up with a couple more planets where it's a bit more populated, where it feels like it's more than just like you and stormtroopers. How was it? Borgano. That okay. That must be what it is. do that. Let's do that. Let's do iHulk. Let's do that, shall we? And then one of these days I gotta get back into Battlefront 2 as well. Because I played it right as it came out, and it was just a flaming dumpster fire, and I put it back down. And then maybe like 8 months later, I came back to it again, and it's like, hey, they've fixed a lot of things. This is a lot of fun now. That was right around the time when Last Jedi came out. So they had the crate map. And then I didn't play a whole lot after that. But like the whole loot crate thing with Battlefront 2, that just put such a bad taste in my mouth that I was like, I want to like this game, but this is just disappointing me. So we'll see. Give it time. What I really need to do is just like be like, all right, I'm not going to care about who's in arenas in this game for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then just go and rediscover some games and get caught up on my other game backlog too. If I can't, Cyber Weekend is 3 months away. Gotta keep up with the unit grind. Alrighty, guys. That's enough arena for one night. But I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's do 2 things. Let's see about getting a raid going, and then open up a crystal too. Go see who's streaming. Let's see who's streaming. So of course BG's streaming. Couple streams in Spanish, which we could do, but my Spanish is pretty rusty. So let's just say hey to BG. Why not? Let's just say hey to BG. Ask BG about the forks. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Question of the day. Yeah. I thought it'd be like some in-joke that I'd be like, uh-oh, what am I getting into here? You too, Billy. You too. I don't like how the Mythic Crystal looks so much cooler than the regular 6-star, but it's only a 20% chance. I feel like that's pretty disingenuous. Let's open up one of these 3s. If you guys want to guess what is going to pop out of the crystal, throw that in the comment section. Winner gets imaginary brownie points. Got a link there to BG's stream going under the hashtag RobVonRaid. Stop in, say howdy. And congrats too, because he wound up getting the a Legends time as well. I'm going to guess this is Apocalypse. I'm going to be streaming again on Sunday for the Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. It's my favorite stream of the week. Hope to see you guys there. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Liking the video too while you're here helps the channel grow. It is Infinity Man. And, yeah, all that good stuff. I got a fun Elsa Bloodstone video coming out tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. But that is going to do me for tonight, everybody. Hope you have a most excellent rest of your Friday night. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Sunday. I'm Rob vonShoe. Till next time, take care, talk soon, stay safe, be well.